Fernando Alonso and Aston Martin sprung a surprise on the opening day of the Formula One 2023 season by topping second practice at the Bahrain Grand Prix to leave Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes trailing, disrupting F1's long-established top three and confirming their status as frontrunners heading into the season opening weekend. Aston Martin were flying in Alonso's control, and the double world champion ended Friday's running on top with a 1:39.07 in the representative evening conditions. Alonso was a tenth and a half quicker than the favored Red Bulls of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez, who were split by just 0.002 seconds. Lewis Hamilton was the lead Mercedes in 8.6 off the pace in that extremely closely matched midfield. The seven-time world champion appeared to be struggling for grip in a W14 car that ended Friday as the sixth fastest on the grid. George Russell could only manage 13th. But the question is Aston Martin quicker than Mercedes? It felt that Mercedes is lacking pace, whereas Red Bull and Ferrari looked good. There's definitely surprise coming from Aston Martin's side, which can shock Mercedes. Welcome to Aero F1. Today we will see that Aston Martin's threat to other teams. Red Bull pair Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez say it's no surprise that Aston Martin are quick after the opening day of practice in Bahrain, with both drivers admitting that they have work to do to catch up. They're quick, he said of Aston Martin, but you could see that already in testing that they were very competitive. So yeah, they had a great day. For us, still a bit of work to do. I mean, we know we have a very competitive car. It's just now putting all the pieces together. Perez, who led the opening session before finishing third overall in FP2, echoed his teammates' remarks on Aston Martin. We knew it from testing that they were going to be fairly strong, that they were going to be competitive. No surprises, to be honest. I think it just confirms how strong they are, said Perez. Lewis Hamilton admitted that Mercedes were a long way off rivals Red Bull after the first day of running in Bahrain, while teammate George Russell called on his team to find more lap time ahead of Sunday's season opener. Hamilton was 10th in the opening practice session in Bahrain, and followed it up by finishing 8th quickest as temperatures dropped under the lights in FP2, where conditions are more reflective of those found in qualifying and the race. I think I got the car to the best place I can get. Setup-wise, we can continue to tweak a little here and there, but it's going to be small bits here and there, which is milliseconds. It's not going to be the closing of the gap of a second. Nonetheless, we'll just keep our head down tonight. We'll go through the data, continue to work, and try and progress tomorrow. But we've got to try and find out if there is any way we can find performance overnight. Do I believe we can close the gap at some stage? Yes, but I think it's quite hard with the concept we have, Hamilton remarked on the pace of Ferrari and Aston Martin, whose driver Fernando Alonso led FP2 on Friday night. I thought Ferrari were second, but right now we're long way off the guys at the front. But I think on the long runs we are quite close to Ferrari. It looks like the Aston is second and we are between third and fourth, so we are kind of where we were last year, if not a little behind. But we are just on the wrong track, and so we've got to just continue to graft away and get ourselves on the right track. Teammate Russell also agreed with Hamilton's sentiments on Aston Martin, while the 2022 Sao Paulo Grand Prix winner also implored Mercedes to understand why their race pace is much better than their qualifying pace. For sure, there is a similar trend to our race pace looking better than our quali pace. This is something we need to continue to investigate and look out, said Russell. There are a few teams out there looking very strong. Obviously, Aston Martin probably the biggest surprise. They've clearly done a very good job over the winter. This is only our fourth day with this new car. We just need to make sure we've got it in the window where it is reaching its full potential, and probably pretty sure we've not got it there. It's still early days, but clearly we want to be higher up the timesheet than we are. So, that's no secret. In the roundup, Charles Leclerc says he suspects that Aston Martin will not be able to emulate their session-topping performance from Friday practice in today's qualifying session. I maybe think that Aston is a bit quicker than what they will be, Leclerc said. But let's wait and see. We don't know, it's just what I think for now. However, we will get to know the results today at qualifying, which teams are faster. But where Mercedes have lacked in development to their car, are they still sandbagging or is there any serious issue? I personally think that Aston Martin will top the midfield. They can give challenge to Mercedes or can be ahead of them. You never know. Red Bull are the quickest, however they had not showed their real pace. And Ferrari are also quick behind Red Bull. But the serious factor is about Mercedes. We will love to see the battle between all of them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will meet you in the next video. Thanks for watching.